Depp told over 60 lies during the US trial. In the UK trial, Depp's original statement makes no mention of any abuse by Amber on the Orient Express. Depp is then presented with audio of him saying they had a physical fight. As only Amber had claimed to have been assaulted, this would implicate Depp, so he changed his story and presents a photograph with a mark under his eye. Unfortunately for Depp, there is a photo taken the day before the incident with the same mark. Depp produces a poor quality image to show the mark under his eye. It looks like the saturation has been turned up. Depp is then shown the original, which can easily be found on the Orient Express Facebook page. There is no mark. Amber has always maintained that there was a phone on the wall in Australia and that she saw Depp smashing it. In the UK, Depp says he ripped the phone off the wall. In the US trial, Depp denies there was a phone. The phone is important because it's one of the explanations for Depp losing his finger whilst in a rage. However, Depp maintains that a bottle which exploded on the back of his hand somehow reached underneath and took off the tip of his finger without leaving any other cuts, scratches or damage. In the UK trial, Depp originally denied headbutting Amber. He has then played audio of himself shouting at Amber that he headbutted her. Depp then changes his story and says it happened by accident while he was trying to restrain her. Although he admitted headbutting Amber, Depp continued to question the bruise. However, Amber provided a text showing that she contacted a nurse to check her for concussion the same night. The nurse reported a split lip, but the black eye had not developed at that point. Amber also contacted Jodie by text warning her that she'd had an accident and that she might not be able to do the Corden show the next day. Amber's makeup artist testified that she had to cover the bruises. Amber claimed that Depp kicked her on the Boston flight to LA. Depp apologized to Amber in a text for his behavior the next day. Depp's assistant Stephen Juters texted Amber confirming that Depp had kicked her. In the same text, Amber writes that Depp has done this many times before. Juters replies, "I know. It's hideous." Depp initially denies taking drugs and alcohol on the Boston to LA flight. He is then shown a text that he sent to Paul Bettany which reads, "Drank all night before I picked Amber up to fly to LA, this past Sunday ugly, mate. No food for days powders. Half a bottle of whiskey, 1,000 Red Bull and vodkas, pills, 2 bottles of champers on plane, and what do you get? An angry, aggro engine in a Fkin blackout, screaming obscenities, and insulting any FK who got near." Eventually, when Ms. Wass asks Depp to confirm that he did in fact do cocaine, pills, alcohol and marijuana, he replies, "Yes, sure, I accept that." Depp told the Virginia court that by Australia February 2015 he was 18 months sober. That was a lie. He testified in the UK that he was drunk on a plane flight in May 2014. Depp claims the monster is Amber's word about her perception of Depp on substances. Depp claims it's her word. That was a lie. In a 2012 text to Elton John, Depp writes, "I would have been swallowed up by the monster if not for you." Depp's use of the word here confirms another lie. In a text from Jerry Judge in the 26th of April 2015, Jerry says, "Lovely seeing you so happy." Depp's response was, "All I had to do was send the monster away and lock him up." In a text to Dr. Kipper in June 28, 2015, "I've locked my monster child away and it has worked." Text to Stephen Juters on May 14, 2015, "Don't worry, the monster is not involved." Text to Stephen Juters on October 2013, "She thinks my Peruvian period has made me a monster." He is referring to his cocaine period. Depp denies he had a drug box which contained cocaine as it would go everywhere and leave a trail of cocaine. That was a lie. In his UK testimony, Depp said, "I do remember the box. Yes, that is a box, I was carrying cocaine in it." Depp claimed his children didn't like Amber. That was a lie. Lily Rose sent a text to Depp saying, "You've been a better dad to Jack and me since she's been around and she was helping with the alcohol problem. I've just seen what a positive effect she's had on you and I'm afraid those things will leave with her." Depp also sent a text to Elton John in 2013 saying his kids are head over heels in love with Amber. Hope you enjoyed this installment of Depp's Lies.